Hello everyone, it's Mel from Everything Marmy. Okay, the the video that I have sadly been putting off because of time is here. And I did get a request from more than one person for this video because prior to my taking my channel down, I had some painting videos, art videos, and we're coming on crunch time because it's currently the evening of the 10th. In fact, it's like late, you guys, like 10, it's 10:15 at night. I've been going all day, literally, and I just finished picking up my daughter, dropping off like her laundry and stew so that she had some meals for the week. A mum's a mum, right? No matter how old your kids, a mum's a mum. And if all my children live close to me, I'd be doing the same thing. So, um, the question that I was asked to demonstrate, and I'm going to keep my talking rather to a minimum, is what paints do I recommend? Now, I wasn't asked which age. I don't know a lot of specifics. I imagine affordable because, but there was a lot that I had to read between the lines, you guys. So, I brought out 3 sets. One set has not been touched at all, and it's meant as a gift. So I won't be, swatching it because it's meant as a gift for one of my grandchildren. But, um, lucky for us, the other 2 should suffice, especially since the best one of the lot, I believe, is probably you can't get any better. And it's portable and it's affordable and yeah. So, but first, the paints that I love the most, of the most affordable quality, to which I looked up all these prices just before I made this video in Amazon. And first of all, let me give you a quick little flip of this book. And the reason I have my Hobonichi Cousin Avec is because this has Tomoe River paper and a bunch of stickers. And I was just going to, why is that upside down? Did I put the book in backwards? Like what? You guys, I wonder about myself sometimes. Like, did I honestly, okay, that's there, that's there, that's there. I just put this book in backwards. Okay. So the reason I brought this out is because I have a lot of blank pages and I like to just slap down paint. Okay, I have, well, I don't know, I've been told I have paragolia, which is where I see faces and everything. And so, I'll paint this and come back to it and I see, so many different faces in here. And I draw them out. Here I saw trees and, I see images in paint. See? There's a face there. And so, I wouldn't consider myself, I'm not a painter per se, in the sense of, I just do it for fun. If I had to rate myself, I'm like pre-KK. Okay, but I do it for fun, and I think that's the most important part, is that you do your art for fun. And even sketching. Okay, I'll bring this up so you guys can see. Okay, now at one point in my life I did have better skills, and then I had some epileptic seizures, and my brain just decided, okay, a lot of skills that I had, they were not redundant, or they were redundant, I should say. So, it doesn't cease my love for doing things, though. And so I brought this out because even though it's paper that might not be on everybody's radar. I like the crinkle, and I will probably apply paint to it today. P.S. If you're just coming across this video for the first time, please know I tend to make longer videos. And yeah, a lot of people do make shorter videos. And I've heard like many people say, oh, I'm making shorter videos because that way more people can watch other people's videos. And I encourage you, if like it's too long, please like, you know, head on off and go find, you know, other videos and, you know, but I do these videos for me, you guys. Like nobody's accused me of being like greedy with my time or whatever. I like doing it. I'm here to record it. And yeah, like my last video, totally true. I went to like, I like to look back and like, and review what I'm saying and what I'm doing because, you know, I have a slight speech impediment. Many of you don't know, but now you do because I've just pointed it out. And like I was so tired, I fell asleep. And so like I ended up just posting it and praying that it came out okay. Like and I just simply don't have the time in my own life to make the video and then like watch it through an hour. And editing, forget it. That part of my brain is gone as well. Okay. That's why I brought out that book, and I will be putting paint into this book today because I have pages in it, so I want to do that. But right now I'm just gonna like put it away for a second and show you. This is one of my art books. I have several on the go. I'm not gonna flip them all, but just to show you what fell in there. Oh, there's where that pen went flying, huh? Just to show you like the current ones I have. This one is like when I was getting my art boxes and I decided to like use, this is a Stillman and Byrne Zeta series book. I won't bother showing you what's in that. It's not really relevant. But these three here are, generally speaking, the books that I'll go to. And I go through phases. So this one here is an art creation, Talon's art creation, and it's got like more of a yellowy hue. Lots of people have mixed emotions about it. I like it. Now, I brought it out. Actually, I didn't even know it was in there because I looked in here and I didn't see the swatches for my most favorite paints. This was a paint over. Some paints are like acrylic. This, some are like not acrylic, but gouache. This was gouache. And it went over a different painting that I didn't like. This too was something completely different. Again, you can paint over and over and over anything. Then I was just putting down swatches. I really like Sminky. This scene here is one of my favorites, and yet, like, this was almost a year ago, just over a year ago, and it was from leftovers paint from something completely different. And then this one here too, you can see there's a great divide between the two pictures, right? And sometimes I do, like, this one's really bright, but sometimes I start to do something and it turns out to be completely different. Some super close up. This was an image on my desk one night. My granddaughter and I started that one. This is me, like, literally, like, I go through narcolepsy sometimes when I'm so tired because I don't sleep. This is one of my paintings that is literally like I'm looking at it. And I still didn't finish this, like this is not finished. Then I put like leftover paint on pages, and sometimes I can see the shape of something. And as you can see, like they're not finished pages, but I just like add paint to them. So this book is a Ranger's book. And I really like this book for a number of reasons. And then this one here, this Art Creations, and then this one here, and I've often like ranted about this one because this was like literally the only time, can you see it? When our dollar and the US's dollar was par on an actual book. So I couldn't even tell you when I got it, but I've had it a long time. And I just put stickers on it, and I was going through it, and I taped off some area of it, and like was using different like papers in here, different swatches, different pens. I used to do this a lot more. It was very relaxing. And every paper you use, like this is Spectrum Noir, this is Sminky, Derwent, every kind that you use. These are like Niji Gouache. This one here is the one I wanted to show you. It's the Kamore, sorry you guys, my pronunciation. Moreb color chart. Okay. It is a Mozart Premium Japanese watercolor paint set. And the set right now is currently $37.99 in Canadian Amazon. Okay. So why do I say that? Because, do I have it in here? I know I do, because I just seen it. Like some of my drawings, look at this, you guys, like honestly. But you don't know if you're going to grow or not unless you try. Unless you try and go back. Like, for example, I love that page. Don't ask me why. I just do. This one I was putting all sorts of stuff in here. See for yourself. I really like this because, like I said, I see faces in everything, and I see so many faces in that. Okay, so this is Inkwell. So these were a lot of like, oh, I love this ink here. Chilly Nights. This was from my advent calendar last year. All the inks that I got. And have not, sadly, used more inks here. And then here's also the same paints. So on the white paper, you can just see the slight difference from the off-white paper. Okay, so Crimson, Carmine, Cersei, Violet. Okay, these ones, you guys, if I had to pick, I would pick these Japanese watercolors in a heartbeat if it's for yourself. In a heartbeat. I love them. They go down nice. There's like, you see this like, there's almost like a, I don't know, life to them. And if you look, you can see the undertones of like other colors in them. They're almost like ink. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's some neon ones in there. But for $38 Canadian, right? and I'll show you on the plain white. Yeah, here they are here. Like, they're just, to me, they're just absolutely, they're fantastic. And it does come with like your metallic golds and metallic bronze and your red ochre and metallic yellow and metallic purple. So like, this is a really great set for your journals. Like, if you want to start the new year and you're into buying paints, like, please don't let me influence you, okay? But if you're asking my humble opinion, this is a great color because you can like lighten it up and it goes a long way. And the Japanese know how to do paint and they know how to do stationery. Like, they just do. They just do. So I wanted to point that out. Now, the box of these paints, don't ask me where they are right now, honestly. Because my gouache paints are AWOL as well. And the only thing I can think of is that I put them in my most favorite paints in a box out in the garage. And yet, I was like, guys, I'm too tired. Like, I'm too tired to go digging for them. So, I wanted to show you these paints here. The Mozart Premium Japanese Watercolor Paint Set. That is my #1 recommendation, by far. And how did I come across it? I don't know. I don't even know. I'm sure off of YouTube somewhere, right? Because I rarely have my own ideas. I'm usually like FOMO driven. Okay, so that is that. Now, I had a couple of rules for myself. Oh, I was going to leave this book out here. I had a couple of rules for recommending paints for you guys. #1, it had to be currently in Amazon today. And #2, it had to be under the $50 price point. And #3, it had to represent 3 different companies, so they couldn't be like they couldn't be all from the same company. Or maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know in the background if they are, but I'm not aware. And I was going to say I had to have trialed them, but you guys, like, you can't give a gift of free paints or paints for a gift if you trial them. And I got this one because, and I'll show you right off the bat, this set here is a Funto watercolor paint set. All-in-one set, high quality, compact design, vivid colors, non-toxic. That's really key when it comes to kids. There's 48 colors, okay? And what I liked about it is it's light. It's not metal. It's not going to clang around. It's light. And then when you open it up, you've got the swatch chart. Okay. Which is like, there's 48 paints here, you guys. And by the way, these paints here, they're literally just glued down. So if they come up, you can just like add a drop of water and press them down, or like use sticky like wool stuff. And then these also come up, these parts here, and they become like, you can move them around and they become like little pallets on the side. And you'll have to excuse these nails again, you guys. Like, so you can put it like that way, or you can just put one in and then they can kind of like rotate, right? And then you've got 24, 24. You've got a paintbrush. Okay. This one I didn't even add water to it because it's a gift. And then you've got like these little areas here to clean off your brushes. And then these you would mix your paints. Okay, but there's more. So in this kit, and I'm just going to let you see this. So being that it's plastic like this, like these can be seriously like put anywhere. So that's why I really like this. Like I was very specifically looking for something that one of my grandchildren could use and be okay with. Okay. So, and the colors, like there's a lot of different colors here that cover all the seasons. Now, I don't know why I'm trying to sell it for this company. That's not what I'm doing. I don't know the quality of these paints. I imagine they're student grade. The price really would reflect that. But I like the plastic case for sure. And these are called quarter pans. But look, you get like all the reds, and really like to mix colors like red, red, yellow, blue. And what's the other one? Red, yellow, blue. And I can't even think properly. Yeah, I can't even think, you guys. There's just generally 4 colors, like in the color wheel, that if you had those 4 colors, you could pretty much go anywhere with it. But my brain, at the end of the day, is like not working. So you get that, and then you get these. In this package here, sorry about the crinkle. You got a pencil sharpener. You have a fine liner pen, 0.3. Wow, look at that. I didn't even notice that. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Well, I'm glad I pulled that out because, like, I don't have time to send it back. But be wary, okay? I'll set that aside and clean that up. But what's happened is this pressed into the eraser. And because I bought this last month, I tend to be early on my gifts and the shopping. So I'm done. And while I've got you, I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, just to show you. So the plastic did melt for sure onto the plastic of this eraser, melted onto here. So what I could do, because each one of these brushes, that's a 3 round, that's a 2 liner. I definitely want my grandchild to have these brushes. So I can either cut the ends off or wrap them tight in like electrical tape and then replace the eraser. And thankfully, none of the other ones were affected, so it was really good that I pulled this one out. Because sometimes, like, happy accidents, right? But it does seem to want to come off of here. So I think I'll soak it upside down in a solution that I'm aware of to see if it'll come out. Meanwhile, it's on my fingers. But that's okay. I'm going to keep these out as well. But you get those 2. And then you also get and I'm just going to put these aside, you guys, okay? So you get, there's a little bit on this one as well. That's the 5 round. This is a 0 liner. And there is the cap. I imagine it was probably, like, it's very possible when it was delivered, erasers will melt in the heat, and sometimes boxes, when they come, they're put near a back heater and it'll melt. I'm not saying that was the case. I don't know. I'm not, like, I don't read minds, but. So this one, again, is missing its top, but some do. Some seem to be. And I think it's because these ones are like the flats. So you get a 12 flat, a 5 flat, an 8 filbert. Love the filberts. This is your pencil. And then you've got a number 4 round. So you get a fair amount of brushes, you know, and yeah, it's unfortunate that there's a little mishap with the eraser, but considering that you have the fine liner too, which is waterproof, this brush and this, you know, it could be worse, especially at the price point. And then not sure if I want to put them back in that or not. And then it also comes with this book that tells you about the paintbrushes and how you would use them. And then a book of 140 pound or 300 GSM or G/M, but I always called it GSM paper, which is great paper, and it's basically A5 size, and you get 18 sheets. So for the price point of all of this, you guys, it was $48. Now it's gone up. When I purchased it, it was $44. And I think it's gone up because the holidays, right? That's why I always try to get it early. So it was $44 when I got it. So yeah, it's under 50. You know, here we have to pay tax too, but I didn't say, you know, tax or no tax or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just going to put these all kind of away, except for these ones here that I'm going to have to deal with. I think maybe, I don't know, like, how am I going to do that? I could take washi tape and just kind of use washi tape for the moment. And then that way I can come along and know that they're not going to do anything. So this video is probably going to be in 2 parts. Might be part 1, part 2. I don't know. We'll see. Because I chatter, but the thing is I don't just want to like paint for you guys because you know, like I'm not very good at it. There's a guy with a Mustang. Like, where is he going at 11 p.m.? I know he has a day job, so seriously. Like, young kids, man. As if I never used to be young, right? So anyway, I know that those ones there I'll have to fix. And this one keeps wanting to fall off. But yeah, like, you get all of these pieces. Like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10, 11, 12 pieces, 13, and all the paints plus the paper. So it's really like a 15, 16 piece kit for $48 in a like, and then you've got your swatch card. And what I liked about it, like I said, it's not tin, it's plastic. And why do I like plastic over tin for children? So they don't get hurt, basically, and it's not as heavy. So that was one kit, and I'll have to definitely, let's see if I can put tape on that too, so I know to replace that. It's a cheap eraser. I'm not too concerned about the eraser. In fact, I would probably put in a sharpener like the Mr. Pen one here that I have. Anyway, then include this one. But for the moment, I just want to make sure the box has everything in it. So yeah, so that's one set. Now again, I don't know what it's like, but that's the back of the box. And there was a spray bottle. Where'd the spray bottle go? And masking tape. So it's missing 2. Okay, well, I can remedy that because I had some yellow tape I could add to that, and I do have a spray bottle. So I'm just going to put this on the back here so I can, gee whiz. So you know what I think? I think this was one of those kits that got returned, and because I didn't look at it, always look at your stuff, guys, because I never did. That'll learn me. But a month ago, I was knee-deep in this double pneumonia, and other things were going on, so, you know. But yeah, it's $48 today. I paid $44. Okay, so the other one, and this brand has been around for a while. When I bought this brand, it was one of the student grades. I'm going to take off the cost of it. I added it came in this like nice like velvety bag, and it is metal. And these are all the colors that are inside. So 2, 4, 5. So there's 50 colors, right? They're also non-toxic, professional quality, they say, and artist choice. Now, I've tried these. They're, in my opinion, and please don't mind what I call the smatterings. This here is what I put in pages that I was showing you. Like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste the paint. I don't want to pour it down the drain. So I use it up until I can't deal with it anymore. You see? So that's what I use this for. And then you get this swatch card. So I've swatched them out. And at the time when I got this, you guys, like I could barely keep within the lines because it was a lot. So this comes out. It's cheap, but it's still like a portable mixer. And it comes with a pencil, a sharpener, a small eraser, a water brush. I'm not sure if there's water in it or not. Yeah, there is. And this is to keep your brush dry. And then you also have a number 5 flat here. And then all of these paints as well. Okay. This is probably the most affordable set. Yeah. This is the most affordable set. But not by much. So if you want 50, and these pans are tiny. These are not even a quarter size pans. These, I would say, are just a little bigger than an 1/8 size. So you're not getting even a quarter, because 2 of those would be a quarter. So really, it's like 25 colors, right? The last one, you got 48 quarter size pans. This one here, it's less. So, and then I threw in like a mechanical pencil, which has 0.5. Okay. And for a long time, I used this when I went out and I was doing stuff because it came with a bag. Okay. And the paints are okay. They're okay. And they're definitely something that when I was watching my grandkids, I'd haul them over there and let them use these. I have another kit too, so that they didn't have to share, although they could have. Okay, so the grand finale, what I highly... Oh, and the price point. When I got these, they were $22. Now they're $30. Okay, so these are in Canadian dollars in Amazon today. And then this one here is what I recommend. The Winsor & Newton Professional Watercolor Field Pocket Set. Now, when I got mine, it was blue. I'm going to take this price tag off because I think you guys will be surprised. Okay. And what I like about it is that this thing is portable. You've got this to paint outside. Look how well that fits in your hands. Okay. And I went through a phase where I have another paint book in my bag, a certain bag that, like, I go out and I just paint things that I see. Okay, so I'm just sliding that out. So that could hold water. Okay, and then this opens up. And then this comes out. And you fill this up with water. Okay. It goes back in here. And you've got like a place to mix your paints here. And then this is a little tiny paintbrush. Now this paintbrush, you guys, it's tiny. I usually bring other paintbrushes with me because look how small. Like that's weensy. But I did try to use it. It's great for detailing, but it's tiny. That's the only thing about this particular set. But it does have a hole at the tip so that if you have to close it up, it will air dry and not mold the brush. So that goes, oops, wrong side. So that goes in there. And then it opens up like this and like this. And then you've got a sponge. And you can tell, like, I haven't really used it as much because what I did, and I had to quickly, like, do, is I took out other, like, paints that I had that were even, like, more my favorite, Daniel Smith and whatnot that I had. And I'd slid those in here. And then I retracted the Winsor & Newton ones and put them back in here. So I have used them. But this, if you do ever think of getting this, this comes up this way. Like that. Okay. So this little piece here pulls up. Now, I struggled a long time, you guys, getting those 4 colors in and out because they just slide like that, right? You pull one out. Oh my gosh. But that's all you do is you just put it in and squeeze it and it comes up. And then you've got 12, no, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, 12, 13, 14. So they call this a 14-piece set, and it's blue. It's actually 15 because you get this little like sponge thing too, which helps hold your paints down like that. And then you pour your water in here and you go off and paint. Okay. What I like about this, you guys, is that, and I don't know if I've swatched it or not. Let's just see if I have. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. This book is starting to, see, because it has tear lines. So it's getting to the point where the tear lines are like, Like, I have to come and tape this down. Where's tape? It's never a video, you guys, unless I use tape. Those of you that know me by now will know this. So I'm just going to... And at the time, like, I wasn't buying expensive anything. So, let's see. Let's move it on down and try it on some white paper here. And since we have it here, why not, right? But I'm not going to be filling up everything in it. But this paint set here, for its portability, you have all of the colors from the Winsor & Newton set. It's professional watercolor set. So it's not even student grade. These are professional grade. And for this, today, in Amazon, is $36. But you should know that all of these cases are white. Boxes are now white. All of them. I like my blue, but heck, for 30, like, this is only $6 more than this set here, which is definitely student grade. And the other set was $48. So this is the middle price, but it's professional watercolor. Let's see if I have a clip. And I'm just going to pin that down and see what time we're at. 41 minutes. So let's swatch these babies out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw like Christmas decorations. Let's do that. Oops. I'm not going to bother erasing or anything, you guys. Because I think what's really neat about a sketchbook is mistakes. I don't know. I think it's important that, you know, you're okay with all of that. So 3, 6, 7, 8. How many paints do we have in here? 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10. Oh, that one's like funny. 11. 12. So let's do something a little different on these ones. Okay, so I'm just going to reach behind me and grab a paintbrush. One that's halfway decent. What's this one? It's a number 6 from Opus, and it's the Galliano. So I do have like my water here. And let's try these ones out. So I'm going to do the bottoms, and then I'll come along and paint the tops, like close to silver or black or whatever that I can. Now, I could spray these if I want, or do a trick like this, which is like, just take your paintbrush and like drop some water on it. But you know what? For the sake of argument, I'm just gonna add a lot of water. And I mean a lot of water. Paper towels. Okay, here's some. And I reuse my paper towels all the time, you guys. All the time. Okay, let's get that cleaned up. Okay, so let's see what color we want to do. Let's try it from the bottom up. So I thought about using the swatch book for this, and then I decided no, like I wanted to do like something more seasonal, I guess. And by having a double spread like this too, like, I don't know, like maybe you could put on some music if I'd stop talking for 2 minutes. And even if you get like paint there, like it doesn't really matter, right? Like, I don't think it does. I mean, again, it's all in good fun. So I think for the price of $35.99, like these, you guys, these are pretty great, especially when you can take them with you. You can throw them in your bag. And just, you know, go anywhere. Add them to your journal spreads. They're fairly reasonable for a gift. And I don't claim, as I said, I don't claim to be the world's best swatcher, best painter, whatever. I don't. So it's all in good fun. You know, somebody just happened to notice I liked watercolor paints. I like, actually, it's not just watercolor paints, you guys. It's stationery, period. But it's art stuff, period. Because for me, I find it very relaxing. And I have a variety of different hobbies. And it's just sort of what I like to do. So you can do a lot of different techniques where you pull the paint away from a piece of paper, you see, to give it a different glow. And this is doing it. Whereas if it was student grade, it might not. Do you see that? I will say, though, I'm noticing that the water I sprayed on it, unless this particular quarter pan, and they are full quarter pans, unless I missed it completely, and I did spray quite a bit, so I don't know. But this paint does absorb water very quickly. And all I'm doing too is just adding a tad more water to thin it out so that you can see the variations in the color. And then, of course, if I wanted to pull the color away from a spot, do you see? That's how you can get like different like variations, various different techniques. You don't have to be good at something, you just have to know the techniques. And again, not that I do. I just happen to have fun, feel joy, especially when you're listening to some music or you want to relax, you've been working your brain, doing a bunch of stuff, or you've had a stressful day or whatever, or even if you can't sleep. Like sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll get up and I'll watch like Helen Cryer comes to mind, Cryer, Helen. Like I really enjoy watching her swatch. There's something very relaxing and calm about her voice. She's got a British accent and she's very calming, and I just find it very enjoyable. So if you want to watch somebody who really knows how to like draw and paint. She's somebody I watch, and I've learned a lot from her, actually. And that's the beauty of YouTube. Like, if you find somebody who really is doing it for passionate, and like, they're not just doing it because, you know what, it's a job. They're doing it because it's a hobby that they love, and they're just finding their little niche in the corner of the world with other people of like-mindedness, you know, you're going to get a lot of people that figure that part out, right? They're going to say, "Oh yeah, well, I can tell," you know? And with her, I can tell. So on this one, you see I deliberately left some white space, but I'm noticing that, and that looks like a little bottom. And I'm going to quickly paint over that because I don't want a little bottom showing there. So I hope, like, you guys have been enjoying the season, if that's something that you aim for. And I say it that way because for me, like, I I have a wreath on my front door, and it's very basic. It has gold balls on it, silver balls on it, and lights. And this green wreath, I guess. Like, I don't know what they call that. Garland? Yeah, garland. That's it. That's the only decoration I've got. I've got a crocheted hat that my daughter made me from last year, I think, or the year before. That's sitting on top of like a table by some dried flowers. I like I just don't have it in me, you guys. I don't have it in me in the midst of everything else. And yet you would think that I would stop and smell the flowers, right? But I've been bagged, just wiped. There's a lot to do, and I'm just not used to it all. And that's fine. Like, you know, and most of you know too, like I've taken like this wonderful news with like off the back of like um you know, coming off of like the walking pneumonia, right? In both. So this one's brown, so this one's gonna be a little weird. I'm gonna put these lines here because like I rarely see like a brown kind of ornament. So I'm just going to take the flaw of this ornament as it is and kind of do its thing with it, like it's a pine cone or something. And then I'm going to take a color I've already used before and let them marry. And by marry, I mean like they bleed, literally bleed into each other. And then the next one, I don't even know what color that is. Oh, it's like a rusty color. Okay. So let's pair that up with the red we had from earlier. But I have definitely like a lot of gratitude and love in my heart. And I think that's, for me, the most important thing. Now, if I had littles running, of course, you know, littles running around, I'd be like I always did with my girls, like everything would be done. But I don't. It's just me. And I don't have like a whole ton of space. while I'm in the midst of like sorting, disposing, donating, like, so that all being said, I am quite content. And then my youngest daughter, like I'm going to her place for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and then that night too, as a break. And so that'll be nice. And then this is the kind of the gray, kind of black. So these little ornaments, like, these are like it. And I could come along with some pencil crayons, deck them up, for example, if I wanted to do that. I'm not done with the tops. I'm trying to decide if I want all the tops to be the same. Like an orange color. I think I will. I think I will use this color here. Just to marry the set together. And I quite like this, actually, like the colors from them. I should do it from top to bottom. I always tend to go like in the wrong direction. I shouldn't say always, but I generally do that, or more often than not. So yeah, like I don't know that I'm like doing Planmas or Vlogmas. None of that. No, I'm just filming regular. Because I don't like to make promises I can't keep, and that's the first thing. And the second thing is, like, I enjoy sorry you guys. I enjoy very much showing up here. And because I do it for me first. And then if you guys happen to like it, that's a bonus too. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to write Winsor and Newton Professional. I'm starting to burn out, you guys. Can you tell? Watercolor. Field pocket set. $14 pieces. I'm going to put in Amazon today. Currently today. Was $35.99 Canadian. Which is a hot deal, you guys, really. And then I'm just going to put some strings that attach these guys together. My little light set. There we go. So not a bad little set, you guys. I didn't test this one, obviously. I imagine it's pretty much like the Nik Pro one. because they're sort of all that kind of set. So I'll just show you the swatch card of that one more time. And the colors of it. So this was the Nick Pro set. And you get quite a few colors. Like a lot. So if you like a huge variety. But this was $40. Yeah. So this was the most expensive set at $48. So we have 30. No, I'm sorry. This was 30. This set was 30. Okay. The Winsor & Newton palette that I just did these was 36, and we're talking Canadian funds. And then this Funko watercolor set, missing the spray bottle and the masking tape, which is just washi anyway. And it had like a little melty on, you know, but whatever. It was 48. So depending on your needs, right? These are all the colors here. So you could technically do all of that. But in my experience, you could take a little palette like this and you could watch a lot of channels and you can mix the colors and you would get quite a variety. And I did this super fast because I chat. Like I do. I chat a lot. So that's it, you guys. That is my video. I pray that everybody is doing well. And I hope this answers that one question at least. But like I said, my favorite set that I recommend, highly recommend, and could not find it, or no, I did find it. It was in there. It was, I think it was $37, $36.99. Where is it? I gotta show you now. Where is it? If I personally had to choose, because this is great as a takeaway palette, right? But the Japanese Komorori, where are you? Goodness me, where are you? Seriously? I know you're in here. Stop hiding. Is it in this one or this one? Oh, that's because it was in this one. So this is the Art Talons book. Yeah, these you guys, I would definitely, if I had to pick, I'd go for those. And let me just take a piece of paper out of here and see if I've got any. All I do is I wax paper. I just put it like that. And there was lots at the front here too. I could have taken wax paper like that. So let's see. Here we are. These are currently $37.99. These are $35.99. Hands down, no questions asked, I'd go for these. But if you want a portable set, that would be my second choice. So that's where I stand with all of that, you guys, in my humble opinion, and I don't know much. However, if you do a YouTube search, I am certain there'll be a huge outpouring. Keep in mind that these boxes are now white. They are no longer this color. I like the blue, so they're not blue anymore. Okay. I've left it. I tend to leave things that I have in the original boxes, which is good. Every once in a while I don't, though, and then like I feel like an idiot because I don't know, like I don't remember what it is. But yeah, so those are the ones that I would go for. And for children, I would go for like the Nick Pro one, which is 30, and then this one was the whole complete set for 48. But it doesn't have to be just for children. And I'm sure there's other sets out there, lots of other sets. So you guys, remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. You are all loved, needed, and wanted. Far, far more than you will ever know, as am I. And I pray, wish, and hope that you have a beautiful and blessed day and night, evening, or whenever this comes at you. And I hope you smile lots and find lots to smile at. And even if you don't have anything to smile at, if you smile, you will feel better. Hopefully. Hopefully, hopefully. At least my wish for you is that. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.